Very quickly. Gives a second.
Give it up, Dad.
Yes, sir. Just raise your right hand for us, please. Thank you. You solemnly state that the testimony you may give at the cause and outcome before this court, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Please take a seat over here. Stand right over there.
Big welcome to the Flesh of the Gods Raiders. Good to see you guys. Show some love for Flesh of the Gods in the
Adjust the
chat.
microphone there neatly and state and spell your name for the record.
Jamel Phillips, JAMEL PHILLIPS.
Thank you.
It's a little loud, but that's okay. Yes, got that. That's all right. You don't have a bump. That's just what you do.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips.
Good morning.
You go by any other names than Jamel Phillips?
Yes.
Go ahead.
ASAP Twelvyy.
So you're 12.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't afford to adjust the microphone.
What are we doing wrong? I'm sorry.
It's a bit on the loud side.
Yeah.
It's not my one. All right, let's try that.
Okay, try it again.
ASAP Twelvyy.
Better? You don't have to jump into that mic.
Okay.
Hang there, hang there. And is ASAP Twelvyy stage name?
Yes, it is.
What do you do for a living, Twelvyy?
I'm a musician, a designer, a model. I have a brain called My Last Year Being Broken.
That shit being broke.
Yes.
And what is that brand?
My Last Year Being Broke is a mantra like ASAP. So it's a program like a Big Brother program. We mentor kids.
Capturing relevance overall.
Strange.
We mentor kids. We have back to school drives, studio sessions. I'm trying to get the studio sessions under insurance because to me music is like medicine. Also, I sell apparel. I have therapeutic slides that I created when I was healed from an inguinal hernia surgery. And I'm also providing those to senior citizens.
When you say slides, is that like a slipper or something?
It's a slipper, yes.
And you produce and sell those, or in some instances donate them?
Capturing relevance over 352 as well.
And so aside from music, clothes, the other program and the therapeutic slide, anything else?
No, that's it right now.
As far as your music is concerned, are you currently recording?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did you recently release a song on Apple?
Capturing relevance, Your Honor. Sustained.
Where do you live?
I live in New York,
What part of New York?
Harlem, New York.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up between Harlem and the Bronx.
You know where Raheem is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You know what any other names?
ASAP Rock.
And you see it here, right?
Yes.
When did you meet Rocky?
I met Rocky when I was about 15, so around 2005.
Okay, and how did you meet?
I met him at it was like a rap battle, you know. Before we turned ASAP, there's some other kids that was like bubbling in New York. They had a rap battle in New York, and I met him.
And how old were you all about that?
I was 15, so Rocky had to be either 15 or 16. He was only like a couple of months older than me.
How old are you now, sir?
I'm 35.
Where did you go to school?
In New York, at MLK High.
What does ASAP stand for?
Always strive and prosper.
And can you describe what ASAP is?
ASAP is a collective of not only brothers, women too, kids across the world, models, athletes, designers, philanthropists, you know, kids that took a negative situation and turned it into a positive.
And have you maintained a relationship with Rocky since high school?
Yes,
Would you consider him a good friend today?
yes.
what was that relationship with him after high school?
So after high school, we kind of got closer because the founder of ASAP, Steven Rodriguez, ASAP Yams, he had us as artists of the label, you know. So we would get on the phone, still sharp and still get on the phone, work on our lyrics, work on our music, you know, just be there for each other, talk about the plans for the future, and yeah, just built a great bond.
And at that point, did you start seeing Rocky more often?
Yes, I did. So I would see him like at studio sessions, musical events, parties, hanging out in Harlem, in the Bronx, see him often.
Was there a point in time when you ever lived together? Excuse me.
Yes. So in 2011, when Rocky first got signed, he moved all the artists and his friends of the ASAP Collective to an apartment on 57th Street in New York City. It was a small apartment. We was in there like 20, like a group of 20 people. And to me, that was it was like it was great to see that somebody.
Sustain.
How about this A$AP Bills? Was he part of that group?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what he did.
A$AP Ills, he didn't create music. He was more like a model and a designer. You feel me?
There came a point in time where Rocky sort of hit it big.
Yes.
Okay. And were you there for that?
Yes, I was. We're all there for that. When he first got signed in 2011, like I said, he
Judge
moved us.
Mr. Phillips, when you're asked a question, like a yes or a no question, just answer yes or no, or I don't know, or I don't recall. Don't volunteer anything.
Okay, no problem.
If the attorney wants to flesh it out, then he'll ask you another question.
All right, no problem.
All right, go ahead.
By the way, I assume this is your first time testifying in the courtroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally, someone we can hear.
Opportunities for you.
Yes, in relevance, overall.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, he did.
And what were those opportunities about?
Objection 352. Overruled.
So Rocky was the first artist to
Remember, guys, 352 is basically 403 in
be
California.
signed into a major label. So with that opportunity, he gave the other artists and ASAP record deals.
And did you create music with Rocky?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
I've been creating music with Rocky since I was about 16, 17, you feel me? And not only be able to create music, he gave me the opportunity to be his, I guess his hype man on tour. And with that, I will go to the venue, check out the venue, check out the layout, do everything that he would need to do before he gets to the venue and give him a rundown.
Okay, so when you said the words, hey man.
Yes. Okay.
Tell the truth, what's a hype man?
Okay, a hype man is when you have a primary artist, which is ASAP Rocky, and then being that I was one of the, I guess, upcoming artists, ASAP Twelvyy on the label, I was able to learn from him and learn the role, learn the business, and also learn the stage. He gave me the opportunity to, I guess, control the crowd serve, do everything that you have to do for a show, you know, and keep the crowd going, keep the crowd participation high you get.
When did you start doing that hype man thing?
I think 2011, 2012.
And when did you do that until roughly?
Until about 2016.
And what did you do after that? Do yourself?
So after 2016, the individual artists in ASAP had kind of established solo careers, you feel me? So I branched off to do a solo tour. And my first day of my solo tour, I ended up getting an inguinal hernia. And I couldn't be Rocky hype man anymore, and I had to slow down from traveling for a little while.
What year was that roughly?
That was 2016.
And Did there come a point in time where you moved to California with Rocky?
Yes.
When was that?
We moved to California with Rocky in 2012. So 2012 and then again in 2022 during COVID.
How about in 2020? Were you living with Rocky in 2020?
Yes, yes.
Where was that?
That was West Hollywood in LA, yes.
In 2020.
2020.
And did Rocky help your career at that point at all? 2020.
Yes. In 2020, he helped me get out my Sony deal.
Get out of your Sony deal?
Yes.
Okay. So you had a Sony deal
I had a Sony deal, and he helped me get out of it.
out of it. So
Yeah.
for whatever reason, you don't get into the details, but it wasn't working out for you, the Sony deal, and Rocky helped you get out of the deal.
Yes.
Did at some point in time you guys stop working together?
We probably stopped being business partners, but never stopped being friends.
Okay. When did you stop being business partners or doing professional work together?
Maybe like 2018 or so, you feel me? Because I was already ASAP Twelvyy, like a solo artist, and ASAP Rocky was building his label, but he was also signing other artists, you feel me? So I just felt the need to just work on my own career.
But you still remain close friends?
Yeah, that was my friend, my brother.
So you moved to California twice, according to your testimony, 2012 and then 2020?
Yes.
And what were you doing when you moved to LA?
Just creating music, working out, just building a bond.
Do you know someone by the name of Relli?
Yes, I do.
And do you know him by any other names?
Yes. A AP Relli.
And how'd you meet him?
I met A AP Relli through the ASAP Collective, We all grew up together. We all grew up in the same boroughs. We used to hang out with each other, go to events, go to musical sessions, the gym, you feel me? It was a brother.
He doesn't sound like a hater.
You know roughly what year you met him?
I met him around the same time I met Rocky, so around 2005, 2006.
Okay. And tell us still through what your relationship with Relli was like.
I had a good relationship with Relli. We would get up, we would work out together. He had musical artists, so I would work with his musical artists, and we just would build a bond. Being that we were part of the ASAP Collective, treated him like a brother, like everybody else in the collective.
At that time, in the early years, what was comparing the relationship with Rocky and Relli? Was it similar, the same, different?
In the early years, it was the same, but when Rocky started getting way busier, I remember Rocky helped me get my passport, and from there we would travel the world a lot. We wouldn't really be in like New York or the States, so I didn't have too much time to build with Relli at that moment. But we would still speak and stuff like that.
When was the last time you saw Relli?
Last time I saw Relli was, I think the summer of 2022 in the Bronx.
So, well, tell us about that.
I was living in the Bronx, and he was living across the street from me. And this particular day, I was reading a book. So I'm reading a book outside.
At this point, Relli.
Your Honor, is it impeachment? I think approach if you like. Explain to you.
All right. Go ahead.
Impeachment.
Continue.
Yes.
Okay, so I was reading a book. He lived down the block from me, and this is like the same neighborhood we would work out in. So we were known to see each other. But this is the first time I've seen him in a while. So I'm reading a book. I'm reading I think Who Killed Martin Luther King by James Earl Ray.
What's the relevance to what you read?
You shit's gonna.
Go ahead.
So I'm reading a book. And I see somebody like walking towards me. So at first, like I put the book down a little bit, and then I hear something. Then I hear something again. So then I focus and I notice it's him. And then like I catch him say something about like Rocky did bad by that team.
Your Honor,
Say.
we need an approach on you've established let's go on to something else. Your Honor, that's an issue. We do need to approach. I can't express this.
Okay, so they're going up. So The problem with that is I don't know exactly how they're going to rule. I don't know if it's just because of hearsay, because this is, I don't know. We're getting some impeachment. It seems like we were going to get Twelvyy saying that Relli came up and started talking about Rocky not paying for the funeral expenses. Maybe that's not the specific fill in the blank, but my mind is going to that funeral expense situation, because we've heard a lot about that, and we know that Relli was complaining to as many people as he could. Oh, did you know Rocky's not paying for Josh's funeral? Did you know that Rocky's not paying for Josh's funeral? So I'm just guessing that that's the fill in the blank. But yeah, Lewin doesn't want to have it. Yeah, everyone wants to hear more about the book. And honestly, it's one of those things, I get it. You're objecting because is it really relevant? But by objecting, now a lot of people could just think you're a jerk for it. Let him say a book title. But Lewin doesn't seem to pick those battles, at least not in this case. Oh yeah, I forgot we can skip this. All right, so just for approximation here, 1, 2, I don't know, it looks like 3 minutes. Like 3-4 minutes they're arguing. And I'll leave it here. I don't want to skip like the first word they say.
I'll move on.
He says he'll move on.
Your Honor, there was an applicant.
It was on this.
I want to make sure.
The question is stricken. If there was an answer, it is stricken. Go on to another topic.
Are you aware whether or not Rocky had been the victim of bribery?
All right, chat. You tell me in the chat. If you were sitting there as the jury, you're not supposed to speculate. You're not supposed to consider things that are stricken. But what are you thinking about what... If you were sitting in this courtroom, what would you be thinking about what this witness started to say? What does it sound like he was getting into?
Yes.
You have personal knowledge of that?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about the first instance you're aware of that you have personal knowledge of that you saw.
Well,
Your Honor, same issue, no discovery in this area.
Not sure, Your Honor. Why he was carrying that weapon. No, that's not a reported statement. Their police reports are not so.
It's there. It's in the summary. Overall.
Okay. 2018, you said?
Good find out.
yes.
Go ahead. Tell us about that incident.
In 2018, I'm not too sure what club it was, but we was in a club having a good time, and a brawl broke out in the club.
Objection, did we have...
Overall.
A brawl broke
Bless
out in
you.
the club, and we got jumped, and we both ended up cut inside the club.
And you say both. Yourself?
Yes, I got stabbed, and ASAP Rocky got stabbed as well.
Okay. How about another instance that you were personally aware of or saw yourself?
But several times I would be at his crib in LA and stalk his house.
It's not a critical.
I would pull up to his house in LA when I was staying there, and several times while I was staying there, stalkers would pull up to his crib.
And you saw that?
Yes.
And you remember what years that was, roughly?
That was 2020 and 2021.
And were you there when there were any home invasions?
No, I wasn't, but I definitely heard about the home invasion.
Objection calls for hearsay also.
Sustained. Move on to another topic. Before we establish what you intended.
Yes, sir.
Both describe the answer that was given.
You sustained, Your Honor. I mean, this moment was sustained.
There was an answer, the question and the answer are stricken. Jury can disregard. Go ahead.
You Do you know any security measures Rocky took in response to those instances you just testified to?
Yes.
Tell us.
I know he had to get a whole new security staff, and also I know he walked around with a prop,
Prop what?
like a starter pistol, like a prop. That's a good thing.
Okay. And how do you know he had a problem?
Well, I've seen it on several occasions. The first time I seen it, it wasn't on his like body for anything. It was for a video shoot, the DMV video shoot in the Bronx.
When was that?
That was July 2021.
And you were at that video shoot?
Yes, I was.
You were actually part of the video shoot?
Yes, I came in the video.
Okay. Who else was in the video?
Me, myself, Rocky, ASAP Hills, Rihanna was featured in the video as well.
And in that
Can we
video,
shout out?
you said you saw prop guns?
Yes. So he had a scene that was more like a private scene. Not so many people could be around the scene, and in the apartment, they were having like it was like a mini movie, you know. So he had props, he had different things to make it feel like a movie set in that scene.
Okay. And after the video shoot was complete,
Yes.
did Rocky do anything with any of those prop guns?
Well, I'm not too sure about the video shoot, but I do remember seeing him again with a prop. September of this
Same
year.
objection, Your Honor. Sustained. Not responsive.
Okay. After the video shoot, did you see him with a prop gun again?
Yes.
When?
In September
Of what year?
2021
Where?
in Harlem.
For what?
Well, I remember I was getting food on 143rd and Lenox, and he happened to hit me. I told him where I was at. He came to see me. And
You ain't say he didn't hit me.
oh no, he contacted me. I'm sorry. He contacted me to see where I was at, and I was uptown getting some food on 143rd and Lenox, and we met up. It was like a block party in Christian on the same street. So Christian Street, we went to eat in the park, and I just remember when he was sitting down, seeing something like bulging out his white T-shirt, and I asked about it. He showed me, and it was the same situation from a DMV.
He told you it was a prop gun.
Yes.
Sir.
Motion to strike is hearsay that the defendant said sustained.
How about in California? Did you see that prop gun in California?
Yes.
When?
Your Honor, objection, no discovery.
You could, I mean, you could.
Okay, so when I came back to California for I think it was the Complex Con event, that week we would like work out early in the morning. We would go for bike rides around his area, and this is still like COVID area, so he didn't have security, and that was basically like his line of defense. If anybody ran down on him, and he would have the property on.
And that again, that was September 2021.
September 2021.
Do you yourself have any familiarity with starter pistols or prop guns or replica guns or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. How do you have familiarity?
In a couple of my music videos, I've used replicas and props. And being on set with Rocky, I came like to be knowledgeable of, you know, having props and certain equipment that make a music video look like a better production.
Do you know in particular one music video you use prop guns in?
For my music video? Oh, yes.
What's the name of that?
It's called Escape.
So, according to you, you saw Rocky before November 6th with the prop gun 3 times.
Yes.
The NB video,
Yes.
the time in Harlem
In Harlem.
in September 2021, and then Los Angeles.
Yes.
When you saw the prop gun in September 2021, was it the same as you saw the DMV video?
From what I remember, it was a bit different because now it had a belt clip so he could secure it, and I think it had like a clear clip, like I guess like replica magazine. Yeah.
And In Los Angeles,
magazine.
did it look like it looked in New York?
Yes,
And that was November 2021,
yes.
first 2 days.
First few days, yes.
And let's direct your attention to November 6th, 2021.
Yes,
Were you with Rocky that day?
yes.
Okay. What were you doing that morning or that day?
Well, that morning, I remember we worked out because we wanted to get our bodies ready for the Complex Con show, which was the next day. So I was staying at the little perk, met him at his crib, worked out a little bit, and then around, I think, 5 or 6 o'clock, we headed out to Long Beach.
Who were you there preparing this performance with?
The ASAP Collective, from what I remember, it was me, Rocky, Ills, Lou, you know, a lot of our friends from New York, a lot of the friends from the Collective. It was the 10-year anniversary of Live Love ASAP, and it was a big deal. It was also the first show for him or anybody else in the past, like 2 years because of COVID, so it was a pretty big deal.
You mentioned the name Lou. Who is Lou?
Lou, ASAP Lou is, he's a member of the Collective, but he's also, I guess, Rocky's manager.
ASAP Lou.
And at any point on November 6th, you see ASAP Lou holding Rocky's property.
Yes. So, I guess when Rocky had...
Anything after yes is stricken. So the answer is yes, you did?
I'm sorry. Tell us the circumstance of how you saw Lou holding Rocky's property.
Yes.
Objection, no discovery.
So...
He
Lou,
needed a minute.
he also works, you know, as a manager. He works as a stagehand. He has multiple hats, and I just remember that day. I guess he just had to get it from Rocky while Rocky
Judge,
performed the
all
set.
speculation.
Sustained.
Motion to strike the answer.
What did you see? Well, yes.
Oh, I seen Lou with the prop,
Which one?
the same prop that I seen in New York.
With Velvet?
Yes,
With that sort of replica magazine, etc.
yes.
What is your understanding, sir, as to why Rocky was carrying a prop gun instead of a regular gun?
Objection, that's been called for speculation. And what you're saying.
All right. Let's direct you. By the way, what is your understanding, just to be clear, what a prop gun sort of is, the replica gun, whatever it's called? What is your understanding of what it is?
It's a device that looks and sounds like a real gun, I guess.
And you've seen it used in
Yeah, my music videos, I've seen it in movies, I've seen it in his music videos, I've seen it several times.
All right. I want to direct your attention now to November 6, 2021.
No problem.
On that day, we with Rocky were in an altercation with Relli.
Yes,
Who else was with you?
ASAP Hills.
And they said,
November 6th.
His real name is,
Elijah U. Longer.
can you tell us what happened from the beginning of that day?
Okay, so we were at the Complex Con rehearsal getting ready for the show tomorrow. And everything was good. You feel me? We was having a good show. And towards the end of rehearsal, because I'm on stage with Rocky, I just I see him kind of like dealing with something on his phone. And he kind of put me on to it. Relli was online, just like disgracing his name, running his name through the mud, you feel me? So Rocky was like, yo, bro, I wanna go holler at Relli. I'm gonna go talk to Relli, you feel me? And I was already with him at Complex Con, so that's why I went with him. And he asked me to call Relli, text Relli, but Relli didn't respond to me, you feel me? But Relli was still responding to, I guess, Rocky.
This is a narrative. It's all no discovery.
Ask another question.
You had some phone records.
Do you remember if Rocky was dealing with something on his phone?
Yes.
Did you hear his end of the conversation?
Just not the end of the conversation.
His end of it, his part.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And did that have to do with bad-mouthing Relli or Relli bad-mouthing Rocky about Josh's funeral?
It was Rocky explaining to me how Relli was bad-mouthing Rocky about not handling Josh's funeral.
Objection, that's going to call for your
Stand. Motion to strike. Yes.
Also, no discovery.
Your Honor. Proceed, but-
No.
Okay, that's the approach.
No.
All right.
No speaking objection, but can't approach either.
So, who is Josh?
You know what? I get it, but it does seem. I don't think this is why the judge gave the instruction. I think the judge gave the instruction purely because he was fed up with it. But it happens to be right when the state is resting their case, and now the defense is starting, and now there's all this strictness around being able to make a speaking objection. So right there, Joe wanted to push back against John Lewin, and he was like, Your Honor, can I speak my objection? He's like, no. Well, then can we approach? No. So now that it's the first, besides the out of order witness, to me, it seems like he's a bit hogtied here.
Josh,
Objection, relevance,
Overruled.
52.
Josh, it's ASAP Josh. He was a member of the collective that passed away in October 2021.
Who paid for Josh's funeral expenses?
Objection, relevance, 352.
This is stand.
Do you know of a dispute between Relli and Rocky about the paying of Josh's funeral?
Objection, relevance, 352.
Yes,
Okay.
I guess
Relevance.
No,
Yes.
hold on. Yes, good.
Answer the question.
And what do you know about the dispute?
Objection, that's going to call for a hearing.
He's aware of the dispute.
Now, the next day was complex time, you said?
yes.
Did Rocky, in your presence, attempt to reach out to Relli
Yes, he did.
clearly there before complex time?
Yes, he did.
And at complex time, were you all supposed to be going together?
Yes. Well, from Complex Con on the 6th, we were all supposed to go to the Playboy Cardi concert as a group, as a collective. And then the next day, we were all supposed to perform at Complex Con as an ASAP collective.
And why was that an important day? Was there anything specifically important about that next day?
Objection, relevance, 352.
Yes. It was the 10-year anniversary of the project that got ASAP Rocky and the ASAP collective signed.
Did you
Year anniversary.
hear
Big
Rocky
event.
speaking to Relli that
Yes.
day? Okay. And was that on the phone initially?
Yes.
What did you hear Rocky say?
Objection, hearsay.
Stan, you can ask to describe the tenor of the conversation,
Sure.
but not the words.
Okay. First of all, before I ask you about the tenor of the conversation, you personally, did you try to reach out to Relli that night, November 6, 2021?
Yes, I did.
How did you try and do that?
I believe I called him and I texted him.
Did you ever respond to that?
No.
Okay, you heard the judge. You could describe the tenor of that conversation without words. What was the tenor of that conversation? You know what I mean by tenor of that conversation? The sort of the atmosphere of the conversation, the mood of the conversation.
Okay. From what I recall, I feel like it was like a humorous, brotherly conversation. Yo, where you at? Like, all right, let's link, let's have this conversation. It wasn't nothing more than that.
What was Rocky's tone like this conversation?
Well, being that we was coming from Complex Con, we got a big show. He was in a good mood. You feel me?
It's not responsive.
No. Forget about this mood. Let's just listen to my question again. I know this is not your everyday thing. What was Rocky's tone during the conversation?
Happy, sad, angry,
It was on the phone. It was kind of happy. It was just more or less trying to.
Wow. Okay. If you ask me, the judge should not be volunteering. We're not supposed to ask leading questions on direct. And here the judge is now feeding, a word chart pick the word that you think can fill in your blank. That I don't think the judge should be doing that. Maybe it's not that relevant of a question, but still, the principle.
You can ask the question. Go ahead.
Now, was Rocky talking calm?
Yes.
What happened after the call?
Judge call for a narrative.
Well, after the call, because we were in Long Beach, we had to go from Long Beach back to LA. So really, we was just in the car playing new music, getting vibes together. Everything was like exciting. Everything was like happy.
Who was driving the car? You still in the car?
I think we had a driver. It was complex call. We I believe they provided like traffic for us.
And did you eventually get to downtown LA, this parking garage on Argyle Street eventually?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you sitting in this car?
I was sitting in the back.
Okay. When you stopped and got out, who the first to get out and who was the last? Number 3.
Okay, Rocky, then Ills, then me.
And what did you see when you got out?
So when I first got out, I was just seeing Rocky walk up the hills, Ills walk slightly behind him, and I seen brother coming down there.
And when you saw Relli coming down the hill, describe what you saw.
So as I'm looking up, I just see like Relli coming down the hill with a little extra momentum, not running or anything, but just a little pep and stuff.
And did there come a point in time where Relli and Rocky met?
Yes.
Okay. What happened when they met?
Well, as soon as they met, from what I've seen, it was just like Relli just grabbed Rocky. It's just off. As soon as he seen him, just grabbed him.
Okay. And what happened after he grabbed you?
So he's kind of grabbing him, and Relli's a big dude, you know, Relli big. So he's kind of like grabbing him and shaking him. So at this point, Rocky tries to like, I guess grab him too, but grip the floor so he can maintain his balance because Relli was kind of like trying to lift him up by his hoodie.
Now, at one point, we'll just play that video. We have that. I'm going to show you a video from that garage encounter on Argyle Street on November 6th, 2020.
What's your exhibit?
No problem.
Is this the one that,
This is the
oh,
garage.
E.
E. Is that an E goal? No, it's not E. Emma? As in Mary?
Yes.
Emma's in Mary.
Now, Twelvyy's description seems like what I interpreted that video to show. Of the parking garage, the fight that's like half cut off by the parking garage beam. His description matches what I interpret.
Like this.
There's a power button on the side.
My side?
Yeah, just at the top.
Well, you could look at that little screen over right behind you. There's a sort of video one. Easier for you to see. I'll play it through once and then I'll ask you about it. Keep that there, I might need to refer back to it. You turn around. That Obviously, it's just a small snippet with an obstructed view, but is that part of what you saw?
Yes.
Okay. And when you see them going backwards towards that parking sign, I guess Relli is holding Rocky and holding Relli going backwards that way. What did you observe?
I observed, like I said, Rocky was trying to get his balance so that he wouldn't like lift him or throw him or push him anyway. But they was
Actually, that's going to call for speculation as to why.
The answer remains as is without adding anything.
Okay. And then, what did you see when they were going backwards?
I seen Relli like pulling like Rocky.
And what was your reaction? Your reaction?
Well, my reaction, I was surprised because from my understanding, these dudes were only supposed to have a conversation, you know? I didn't expect anything else.
Did you do anything?
Besides try to break it up, you know, just put my hands in the middle of it.
You see yourself on that video at the end there?
Yes.
You were wearing that red jacket? Is that right?
Yes.
One point, is that Ilge who gets in the middle?
Yes.
In that small clip there, you see Rocky holding an object that looks like a firearm.
Yes.
Okay. And what was that in fact?
That was his pride.
And tell us how it came out, how you saw him holding it.
From my recollection, being that Relli's a big dude and Relli was
Objection, motion describes as non-responsive.
Staying.
To the court, instruct the witness to answer only when asked.
Ironic.
Ask the question again.
So, sure, I know how to ask it a different way.
Ask him what he saw. Ask him what he saw.
But just,
as I said, I seen Relli grabbing Rocky, almost picking him up off the ground. And with that happening, his pants started falling. The Rocky pants started falling. You know, so.
did you see that in the video there?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to that clip, please. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. When we come back from that, you see Rocky's pants down there?
This lead.
Sustain.
Okay, what do you see?
I see him right there.
Yeah.
So his pants are lower than they're supposed to be, and then I see him try to put his prop back, like adjust it back into the cover.
Which hand was he holding that prop with?
His left hand.
Is Rocky left or right?
He's a righty.
Not this again,
What
guys.
did you do with that?
At that point, I just stepped in the middle and just tried to break it up.
Okay.
And also, I was trying to tell Rocky to go, like, yo, bro, we out of here. Like, Relli's going crazy right now. Let's go.
Objection, motion describes as non-responsive.
Okay.
Heard
Why
it.
did you tell Rocky to get out of here?
Because, for one, I see that the conversation that they were supposed to have, it didn't look like they was going to have a conversation, and Relli was a bit aggressive. And I didn't understand that. It's like, we all friends.
Objection, motion describes as non-responsive.
Everything after we're all friends is true.
Okay. Who's the aggressor in this encounter?
Relli.
Okay. Is that why you told Rocky to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Go,
Did you ever see
Takapina.
Rocky point that object, just a prop gun over to you, at Relli at all during that parking garage encounter?
No.
You ever see Rocky press a gun, prop gun that you described here, against Relli's stomach, to point at his head or his chest?
No, I did not.
Okay. Would you have seen that if it happened?
Yes, I was there.
When Rocky pulled out that starter pistol, did Relli say anything?
Yes.
What did he say?
Say the
Told
pussy
me to shoot
line.
that fake ass gun.
Oh, he said it.
And how, and you heard that clearly?
Yes.
And how fast was this altercation?
It was It was pretty fast. Pretty fast.
After it was over, and like you said, you tried to push Rocky to go away, what did you all do?
We ended up turning the corner.
Okay, maybe we should put the map up real quick. I think it was
Keep it to Exhibit 5.
the bottom.
I mean, all it takes is for the jury to be able to imagine someone saying the thing. So can you imagine Rocky saying the "what are you gonna do now" line?
I'm gonna put.
Can you imagine Relli saying the fake gun line?
I'm gonna put the map up here so you can help acclimate.
As a record.
People stoop. Okay, people stoop gonna put up line. Okay, see where that red pen just was?
Yeah.
That's Argyle Avenue, that's where that parking lot was, parking, arrow parking, right there, see that? Yeah, there's a point or something, I think. Yeah, use that thing. Just go up there. Is that working? In that point.
Yeah.
Just do it. Here's Argyle, here's the parking lot, right?
Okay.
And then here's Selma, right? And then, here it is, thank you. Here's East Delmar. So just show the jury from the parking lot to Selma, East Delmar, which direction is going here.
Mrs. Aquafina, one of the participants needs a break.
Okay.
So, 10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
The court reporter is taking a break.
We'll take a 10-minute break, folks. Please be outside the courtroom for 5 minutes after the Everyone is present.
Oh, we'll go back. Oh, I'm just missing the coming back. We're only 15 minutes behind, so we're not even going to have to skip lunch. And this is not sped up, so, I mean... We're almost caught up, Chad. But you know what? Hold on. Let me get in this. You know, guys, you know that we are sponsored here by Chloe Albert's Revenge Shopping Channel. Chloe says, I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Love the interpolation there. Special edition honey baked ham Relli jelly. Just in time for Easter. $5.99. 30 million shipping. Not bad, not bad. Get yours before it's gone. 10% discount for non-residents of Fulton County, Georgia. So if you're interested in ordering, let Chloe know in the chat. Thank our sponsor here for keeping this content going.
Good.
All right, we're back on the record. Everyone is present.
The squeaky shoe.
Peter, go ahead.
Okay, Twelvyy, you were at the point where you would sort of push Rocky home to leave, and I think that you said the three of you started making your way away from Argyle. Point on the map up there with the pointer, which direction you three of you headed.
I believe we started coming down this way.
The Selma, right there. Okay. And then you made the left on the Selma Avenue, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before that, let me ask you a quick question. At any point during this incident, the one in the garage, did you display a knife?
No.
You turn around.
Turn around this way.
Good.
Okay.
Were you carrying a knife at all?
No.
No knife, according to Twelvyy.
Now, by the way, in that video, you said you're off camera for a portion of it, but you see yourself on camera at some point, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know what, just, guys, play that one more time and just identify yourself when you see yourself in that little snippet. Where's your hand?
I believe I put my left hand on Relli.
All right, so after the parking lot, you start walking. I'm sorry. You said you start walking to Selma Avenue there, correct?
Yes. We're walking down Argyle, and then you make your left on Selma.
Okay. And then you see that little red thing, emoji of a gun is or something like that?
Yes, I see it.
That's Vista Del Mar, then you make the left onto there, correct?
Yes.
After you left the parking lot, parking garage, I'm sorry, tell us what happens.
So after we leave the parking lot,
Garage.
Parking garage, it's really fast, but Relli and Rocky already, I guess, diffused the situation when they was grabbing onto each other. So that's already done. So I'm telling Rocky, like, yo, we out. Also telling Ills, yo, we out. And also telling Rel,
You tell him to do what?
we out. Like,
We're out.
We are out.
We are out. I'm sorry. It's not just how.
Got it.
Alright, so I'm telling them, like, let's go. We are out. It's time for us to go. We can't conversate with our brother right now. Maybe we can conversate with him later. Let's go. So we all start turning the corner, and as we turn in the corner, down the block and turn the corner, Relli is still following us.
And was he following you the entire time?
Yes.
Did he say anything that you heard?
Yes, he was yelling out obscenities
To who?
to all three of us.
Okay. How did he sound?
He sounded angry, you know? He sounded angry.
Or did any of the three of you stop?
We stopped momentarily, all because we turned in the corner, we hearing him, and so Rocky is first once he turned the corner. So Rocky was already up. You feel me? So it's me and Ills in the back. Relli starts yelling, Ills, you a crackhead. 12, you live in the projects. He tries to belittle Rocky with the objects that he has, like, oh, I got this, I got the Cuban, I got the range. And we were all confused, like, you know, we friends, so it's like.
Is there a question, David?
Yes, there was.
Yes, calling for a narrative. Ask another question.
Okay. Well, I asked, what did he say? But okay, what did he say as you walking?
Yeah, he was, like I said, he said, yo, Ills, you a crackhead, you told you live in the projects. Yo, Rocky, I got this, I got these items, and I don't really need you.
Was his anger elevated at any point?
Yes, yes. Not only is he a big dude, you know, he is,
You've answered the question.
Most is right, the last.
Everything after
no
yes.
responses.
Did you personally say anything to Relli?
Hold on. That wasn't me. Why'd it jump like that? Let's make sure.
Okay, you've answered the question.
Most is right, the last.
Everything after
no
yes.
responses.
All right, there's a little
Did you
blip
personally
there.
say anything to Relli? Did you personally say anything to Relli while he was following? By the way, let me ask another question. Did he follow you all the way around?
his energy was so like violent and things like that.
Objection again, it's down as long as it's over.
Were you scared?
I was threatened, yes.
Was it your impression, again, I'm asking you about your impression only, that Relli was about to get into a fight?
Objection, it's called for speculation. It's all
Sustained.
for meeting.
All right. By the way, were you, Twelvyy, in a position to have a physical confrontation or a fight?
No.
Why?
Well, to be honest, that year I worked out with Relli.
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
That year I worked out with Relli a few times, so I knew Relli was stronger than me. And I was
It's
also
not responsive.
Were you in a
Objection
position,
stricken.
okay, were you in a position personally yourself, physically?
No.
Why not?
Because of my inguinal hernia.
What happened when you reached the corner of Selma and East Selma?
So as we get to the corner, like as I said, like trying to get Rocky up out of there, I'm in the middle and Il's in the back. So Ills is trying to calm Relly down, you know, calm him down some way. And I guess it's not working. So I guess we walk a few more feet, and then I hear like fast steps. So I turn around and I see Rel hit Ills.
How many times did you see him hit him?
I seen him hit at least like twice. At least 2 times he hit twice.
And
Skips,
after,
guys. It's skips.
after Relly hit Ills, did Rocky do anything?
From what I recall, not when he first hit him, no.
Okay. After the second hit,
So after the second hit, Rel tried to hit me, and I moved, and then Relly hit Ills again. That's when Rocky shot down with the prop gun to scare Relly off. It didn't scare Relly off. Relly was still hitting Ills.
did you hear a second shot?
Yes, but by then the car alarms and everything.
Did you see the second shot?
No.
Go ahead.
After the second shot, and by the way, you said Relly came after you at one point?
Yes.
We'll say that for this, I'm going to show you the video. After the second shot, what did you do in regards to Rocky?
I went up to him and grabbed him to push him into the opposite direction to leave. And I'm telling him, like, bro, let's go, we out here.
And did he go?
It took like a second to grab him because Rel was still beating up on Ills. He kind of wanted to like go help Ills, but I'm like,
Objection, that's gonna call for
Sustain
second.
the motion.
Motion, story being answered.
Sustain about what Rocky wanted to do.
Yeah, what Rocky wanted to do.
Yes.
So that answer again about what Rocky wanted to do. Grab that question right back, please.
Long Prime, hello. Their banner's moving. But it's not, it's just stuck on his face like this. Like thinking about his whole life. Okay. Alright, is this for real? Do you guys see the scrub? Alright, let's try Court TV. Let's try Court TV. What the heck? Let me cue it up. Oh, they're off too. They have a little more though. They have a little bit more. Or, you know what? Did Law and Crime restart their feed? I think they might have a second feed. Oh. Alright, we're going over to Court TV then for sure. We're gonna have to play with queuing it up, so... I think I'm too far ahead. Let's see if this seems familiar.
it didn't scare Relly off. Relly was still hitting Ills.
Did you hear a second shot?
Here we are. We're about right.
Yes, but by then the car alarms and everything.
Did you see the second shot?
No.
Go ahead.
After the second shot, and by the way, you said Relly came after you at one point?
Yes.
We'll say that for this, I'm going to show you the video. After the second shot, what did you do in regards to Rocky?
I went up to him and grabbed him to push him into the opposite direction to leave. And I'm telling him, like, bro, let's go, we out here.
And did he go?
It took like a second to grab him because Rel was still beating up on Ills. He kind of wanted to like go help Ills, but I'm like,
Objection, that's gonna call for
Sustain
second.
the motion.
Motion, story being answered.
Sustain about what...
And I counted that one already.
Get what Rocky wanted to do.
Yes.
Do that answer again without what Rocky wanted to do. Is that the question, Rebecca? Is?
Right where it froze over on Law and Crime was his face like
We'll
this.
say that for later, we'll say that, I'm going to show you a video later. After the second shot, what did you do in regards to Rocky?
Okay. Is that the last one?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The answer was I went to him and grabbed him, pushed him to the opposite direction, and to leave, and I'm telling him like, bro, let's go, we out of here. The next question is, and did he go? That was the last question.
Okay. That's the question.
Yes.
And did he go?
Yeah, he went.
Okay. And after he went, what did you do?
But after he went, and I seen him walking away from everything, I turned around I was like, all right, see, now I guess I gotta go handle the rail situation. So I turned around to go walk. So as I turned around, I see, like, Relli hit Ills again, but he hit him again and he walked away. So then, once I seen that, I seen Ills, like, get up and start walking my direction. So then I seen down the block, I couldn't see Rocky anymore. So then that's why I started running down the block to see who he was at.
So you said you saw Relli hit Bills again. At this point, Rocky was already gone.
He was gone.
I mean, this looks consistent
Now-
with what I see in the video.
Did you see, did we show you, the defense show you the video that was turned over in regards to that night, November 6, 2021?
Yes.
Do you see Rocky in the video firing the sword pistol?
Kinda is grainy, but yes.
Okay. And when do you see that in relation to Relli punching Mills?
After the second time he attacked me.
And what did what was your understanding of the purpose of him firing that sword pistol?
Judge, it's a call for hearsay and speculation.
Sustained. After Rocky fired the sword pistol, did Relli stop?
No, he didn't.
All right. We're going to play that video. The video, I'm going to play it through once, sir.
Which video is it?
This is the March video, one we discussed this morning. EE,
All right, so this is a
defense.
additional defense exhibit.
Four player, hold on.
Edward Allen.
Okay. Now, sir, what I'm going to do, Mr. Phillips, is I'm going to ask, I know it's spring. I'd like you to look at this video. We'll play it straight through the first time, okay?
Yes.
And then I'm going to, after you watch it, I'm going to ask you a question. And then we're going to go back to it again, okay? No problem. All right, it's not that long. Go ahead.
Heard the one, heard the two. And you could see him turn and double back, like. Now this looks crazy now, thinking about how Twelvy's characterizing it. It's like Relli thought about pursuing Rocky and then decided just to punch Ills one more time because he realized there was no sense in continuing to pursue Rocky. So he just gets another punch off just because.
Well, does that video that you just saw fairly and accurately represent what you saw and what you heard on November 6, 2021 of this film?
Yes.
That's what I think, Jazzy.
Okay, now that the tape again, this time I'd like you to again, full time without stopping it. Narrate what you're seeing, explain to the jury what you're seeing. So I think you have to sort of speak to that mic. So
Okay.
can you see it on your little thing?
It's not.
I'm probably the last person that should be helping you with this, but
You got the power.
okay. You know what to do. Just sort of look here, talk here. Unless the judge. The judge can't. That means the judge is the lawyer. Can't. Sorry. We'll look at this one, okay? No, it says no signal. Check cable connection.
The only thing I ever read on is push the power button.
I did.
If it's saying no signal, then I think you gotta get Mark or.
I got it.
Of course.
Something about no
Just
signal,
on
like
this
they
one,
can't
I
get it to
don't think
load.
it's that one, but just to narrate the video. We're not gonna stop and play it through all the way. Then we'll go back and stop. But I want you to just narrate what you're seeing to the jury as it's playing in real time. And what you're hearing also, okay?
Ooh,
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so the first person you can see at the corner, that's Rocky. The black figure, you see I got my red jacket, you still can see like the, you still see my red jacket, you see it was in the back, right?
Can you point to the screen behind
Yeah.
you to the people that you're referring to?
Alright, so this first person right there, that's Rocky. Like he's gone. That's me behind him, and then that's him. So we're already leaving. So then right there, as we're leaving the corner, Relli just swings on L's. So once he swings on L's a couple times, I hear steps. Then he tried to swing on me. He didn't hit me. Then he hit L's. That's when I seen Rocky shoot at the ground to scare Relli off. I'm sorry. I seen him shoot at the ground to scare Relli off. And then it stopped.
Okay. We're gonna play it again, make it easier, and we'll stop it as you're describing it, okay? So you can take your time and point. So, go ahead.
So this first person, that's Rocky.
Okay,
You see he's already leaving.
okay,
Then that's me.
okay.
Then that's Ills.
And the white shirt?
That's Ills.
White shirt, yeah.
I think, yeah. It just looked white because maybe, I forgot what color the hoodie you had on, but it had like white fawn on his jacket.
So is the four of you in that shot right there?
Yes, so that's me, Rocky, and Ills, and then that's Relli right there.
Okay. What do you see right there?
Right there, I see Relli attack Ills.
And is that before you see or hear Rocky fire a shot?
Correct.
Okay.
So then he's still attacking him.
Okay. And what did you just hear after he was attacking?
I heard the warning shot.
Okay. And where, can you see, go back a little bit, where Rocky fired that? You see where the video shows that he fired from here into the ground?
It was at the ground. I think it's at the ground. I can't really see it bad, but
Okay. Now, so after that first shot, does Relli let go of Bills?
no.
Okay, go ahead. Now, go back a little bit, guys. You see yourself there in the red, correct?
Yes.
You start at some point, now there's the first shot and you're still in that screen right there, right?
Yes.
Okay. At some point you start running across the street. Why did you do that?
Because Relli was about to hit me. Like I heard him creeping up behind me trying to swing him.
Okay, and you see that in the video?
Yeah. Instead of him hitting me, he hit Hills again.
Okay, now
Most
let's,
just like the last one is non-responsive.
question? Okay.
You see that in the video.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so after he hit Ills a couple times, he tries to hit me, right? So then I juke and I head across the street, and that's when he hit Ills again.
Okay, hold on, just let's clear that part. We'll try and stop. Okay, go back, guys. Now look at you compared to Relli. You're very disappointed with the little point.
So right here and right here, so we right next to each other.
Okay. And is it your testimony that he started coming after you?
Yes.
And then that,
I juke and I run across the street.
and that person, where's Relli at this point?
Relli is right here, still on top of Ills.
Okay. And do you see in this frame, in this couple seconds, Relli's arm cock, this is after the first shot, correct?
Yes.
Do you see Relli's arm cocking back? What do you see, Relli, if anything?
So after
Relli?
here, I see Relli just swinging on Ills. So at this point, he's just throwing haymakers.
Go ahead, Joe.
So right, he just swinging, he's just throwing haymakers. You see his arm swinging.
No, stop it. At this point, both shots are already fired from the property.
Yes,
Okay. You hear the car alarm going off?
yes.
Despite the fact that both shots from the property were already fired, and Rocky is not next to the two of them anymore. What is Relli doing right there?
Relli is,
That's a leading question, and it's argumentative as well.
Relli is still, he's still attacking Ills.
Play.
Like, you see that he knocked Ills down on the floor.
Okay. Now stop it. Is that you walking away after Rocky ran?
Yes, that's me right here.
And what did you say you did before you left the location?
I went to turn back to see it, like, if they were still fighting. So at that point, I say, all right, Rocky's out the way, I'll go handle the situation with Relli, you know, or at least help Ills. So as I turn around, I see him hit Ills one more time and then leave.
Okay, show us where that is in the video. Go ahead. So that's you.
Yeah, that's me right here.
Where's Relli?
Relli and Ills are about back here.
That's Ills. And you see Relli?
Yeah. Yeah, right there. He walked over there to hit Ills again, and then I guess.
Your Honor,
Just state an objection, do not make a speaking objection, just
Pursues fact on evidence.
stand.
Motion to strike the last part of the answer.
Let's rewind that for a second. A little bit, that's, okay, rewind it a little bit more. Now, right here, just let's freeze it right here. Describe what you see on the screen. Is that you in the red?
Please take for the record where we are on the,
Sure.
because it doesn't. 29 looks like.
It's 29 seconds. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Phillips. Tell us where you are.
That's me right here.
Okay.
That's Rocky leaving.
It indicates the record's clear. He's pointed to himself. We're looking at the screen. There are 4 people on the screen. He's indicated he is the second from the right. He's indicated that the defendant is the first from the right. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you said now, what happens if that? You look back,
I look back, I see what was going on with Ills and Relli.
and what did you see?
I see Relli hit Ills again.
Okay. Show us where. And where, by the way, stop. Where is Relli in this frame?
I think the big figure right here, but it's blurry right here.
The witness is saying he believes that Relli would be the second person from the left, and that Ills would then be the first person from the left. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Yes, because I believe he walked back onto Ills and then hit him again before he went up there.
All right. Okay, let's see it play.
See, he walks back.
No, there's no question.
What did you just see?
Hands in that.
Mr. Tackleton is asking you a question.
So I seen him walk back and hit him again.
And then after he hit him, where did he go? Relli goes.
He walked up, is that Argyle?
That's Argyle.
Yeah, so he walked back up Argyle.
No, that's Selma, I'm sorry. Oh, it doesn't matter, hold on. Selma.
The Selma? Okay, we walked back up Selma.
Judge looks
Now-
sleepy.
You can turn towards me, sir. Why did you tell Rocky to leave?
Because we were in LA. This is during COVID, I'm not too sure what else is going on, but the car alarms are going on. It's bringing a lot of attention to our surrounding areas. So I was like, yo, bro, like, just get out of here. He said Rocky's very recognizable. Let's just get him out home.
Did you have to convince him to leave?
Only had to convince him to leave because he wanted to make sure Ills was okay.
Objection, call for speculation.
Sustained about what Rocky
Strike the
did.
answer.
Did you have to convince him to leave?
No,
Did you physically push him?
I pushed him, yes.
Where did he, you know which direction he left in? I mean, obviously from the video, he's
Yeah.
down, he's Belmar.
Yes, so he started going in the, basically,
You've answered the word, you've answered yes. That's enough.
And then did you run in the same direction?
yes.
Did you see Ills soon after the incident?
Yes.
Okay. What did he look like?
You can tell he got into a fight. He had blood on his leg.
In this fight that you tried to hustle with Relli and Ills,
Yes.
did you see Ills punching back to Relli?
No.
Okay. And was Relli controlling that fight?
Honestly, Relli was like fake bragging Ills on the floor. Like Relli, he's a big dude. He's way bigger than him.
Objection, non-responsive. Motion to strike. Your Honor, to the witness, he's mentioned 8 times that the victim is a big dude, when there's no question pending. Can the court advise the witness to only answer what he's asked?
You late to it.
No, Your Honor. I asked it. I'm not going to first.
Only answer questions.
No problem.
Don't volunteer.
Was Relli, when you say ragging, what does that mean? Relli was ragging.
He was getting invested in Ills. He was beating Ills up.
How tall are you, by the way?
I'm about 5'10", 5'11".
Okay. How much do you weigh?
Now I weigh 180. But during the event, I was like 160.
Who was the aggressor on both of those incidents? The parking garage and the Delmar?
Relli.
No, sir.
Gonna wrap it up. Anything else to ask? I mean, I think we got through all the important stuff. I would keep it constrained. Don't give the prosecution leeway to ask about extra topics. And don't forget Relli's own testimony that he skipped over to Ills and grabbed him and Ills was petrified. Like, that's Relli's own testimony.
Just a couple more things, Mr. Phillips. Are you on Rocky's payroll?
No,
Are you financially dependent on Rocky?
no,
You make any money from Rocky?
no,
Now, obviously, you love him like a brother, right?
yes,
Before 2 weeks ago, now we're in January 2025, we're in February 2025. We're in February, right, Ron? No? Jesus.
yeah.
What day is it?
That's the rumor. We could be June for all I know. But 2 weeks ago was January 2025.
Yes.
Okay? You were asked if, in January 2025, after the trial had started, if you wanted to speak to the police or the district attorney. Remember being asked that?
Yes,
Getting ahead of it.
And you said,
no,
before 2 weeks ago, in 2025,
They
this
ever
incident
asked?
happened in November 6, 2021.
yes,
In those years, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, did anyone from the police or district attorney try to speak to you ever once?
No, that's gonna call for speculation in terms of what we try.
Oh, he should know.
Did you ever
Oh.
hear
Come on.
from
no,
anyone from the police or district attorney's office until 2 weeks ago?
The witness answered the question before it was asked, so I think probably need to ask again.
Did you ever hear from anyone? I'll ask it again. Well, did you ever hear from anyone prior to 2 weeks ago from the district attorney's office or the police department asking to interview you?
no,
I get why it's speculation thinking about it. It was speculation because the first way it was worded, I reacted to. It was speculation at first because it was saying, did anyone try to reach out to you? You might not have knowledge if somebody tried to reach out to you. You'd only have knowledge of something that would actually reach your end. So for example, if I try to make a call, if I try to reach out to Chloe Albert's Revenge 10 times to buy these honey baked hams, but I'm calling the wrong number, technically I tried to reach out to you and had no idea why I wasn't reaching you, but you wouldn't have knowledge of that. So it is speculation, something he can't answer. But Takapina cleaned up the wording. You know, did you hear from anyone? Did you receive contact from someone? So I get it. But the prosecution's still whining and underscoring by making all these objections, tuning the jury in, giving them a chance to pick up what Joe's putting down. 4 years they had to reach out to speak to this guy. And Takapina's getting ahead of this was going to be some bombshell gotcha moment for the prosecution. You didn't want to speak to us, did you? Well, we've already cleared that up.
How many times did, when we meet a collective defense team, how many times did we meet, sir?
I believe only twice.
Okay. When was the first time?
It was August 2024.
Okay. And the second time?
It was last night.
Okay. And other than that, have we discussed your testimony?
No.
Ron, I have no further questions, Mr.
Do you,
Phillips. Thank you.
do you want to get started now?
Yeah, I get started.
Ken?
All right, so this is now cross-examination. Is this Lewin? Oh God, it's
You
Lewin.
Consider yourselves, what do you want me to call you? You want me to call you
Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips? Mr. Phillips. Do you know what the word unbiased means?
Yes.
Do you consider yourself, when you're coming in here, to be an unbiased witness?
Yes.
So, is it your position that if the defendant committed these crimes, and it's proved beyond a reasonable doubt, that you want to see him convicted?
I was there. I know the defendant didn't commit these
Don't
crimes.
describe it, it's non-responsive.
That's not the
Be your own
question yet.
witness.
He asked you a yes or no question.
It's been 2
Question
seconds.
again, and answer the question.
Can you rephrase the question?
Sure. So what I'm asking you is, I want you to assume for a moment
Yes.
that the evidence in the case demonstrates that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If that is the case, isn't it true that you don't want to convict him?
Ron, I object. Speculation.
Overruled. Overruled.
Well, I can't really answer a hypothetical question.
When you say you can't answer that